Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Racing with me, Rollcase TV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of guys standing around pretending to be working on the car. I've noted this before. Okay, he's like at the computer, but then just like leaning on the table, straightening his headset. This guy down here is actually working on the car. These guys are just chatting over something. Oh, one has a walkie-talkie. I think he's talking to this guy over here. The other guy's got a clipboard. Not sure what he's doing. I mean, this is a rally race. There's a limited amount of time to get things fixed. Oh, I never even noticed. There's another guy over there who's like the mirror image of this guy, except he's also got his pants down. Well, not pants, but the top part of his one piece. Anyway. Yeah, a lot of people standing around. That's okay. It's just a video game. All right, this is part 3. We're ready to keep going. This is the Try Hard Racing Club. I keep forgetting to do that. Yes, I like to repair it. This is the Try Hard Racing Club. No fix. What did I break? Oh, recommended. Gearbox. Can I afford to get a replacement? I can. So I'll just do the replacement because it doesn't cost me anything. And tires. Freshen up those. And start. In case you don't know, people do still play the game Dirt Rally 2.0.
Good luck.
I know the new game, the game that replaced this game made by the same people,
2, 1, go.
is
50,
EA Sports WRC. That's also made by Codemasters, but Codemasters is now owned by
extra long over jumps and bumps.
Electronic Arts.
70.
And one thing I've got to give them
6 right.
praise for
Into 6 left.
is
Opens extra
they
long
didn't
over
use
bumps.
the common Electronic Arts model of trying to sell you an entire game every year.
Into 6 right of a jump.
Basically for full price. I mean, not basically, for full price. So if you get
60,
Madden Football 25, you'll pay over $100 for it if you want like everything. And of course, you're going to want everything. And then if you pay
6 left,
Madden Football 26 comes out, well, you pay for everything again. And guess what? You're not going to be able to get Madden Football 25 anymore. I mean, you've got a very small window once 26 comes out to buy 25. So it's basically a subscription game.
Flat left of a crest, 50.
And
3 left.
so I protest that. But thankfully, you know, this is my favorite racing game.
Titans 4,
Dirt Rally 2.
5 right.
I've watched other people play EAWRC. I've not played it yet because I haven't set up my new console yet, which is sitting there, so I can't play it.
Middle of a big jump, 100.
This is being played in Xbox One
6 right
X,
long,
not a
into
Series
6 left long Titans,
S.
to keep middle of a jump.
But it is not
into 6 left long Titans, into 6
EA
right long,
Sports
opens middle of a
WRC
crest,
25 or
30,
24, whatever
3
it
left,
came out. It is.
3 right long,
It has yearly
into 6 left,
passes. They're going to have
50.
yearly passes that add stuff, which is really so much better for the people, because if you want the next year's worth of data,
opens
you
70.
keep every year's worth of data since the game
60.
came out and have a nice collection
5 left of a
of,
crest, 100.
you know, data. So you have to pay for something new every year.
Early 5 left of a crest,
And maybe there'll
6
be a
right of
new
jump, maybe.
new drivers,
80.
new cars,
6
new
right, 80.
locations,
6 right into 6
but
left
you still
long,
get to keep the old ones
to keep right of a 60
and
3 left
not
past
have to
junction,
go back to an old
60.
game to play the old ones.
6
And they
right of a
still make
jump,
money.
opens 40.
but they don't extort you for money
middle of a crest, into
by
6
charging you
right,
the same amount every year.
80,
Now, if the
6
EA
left of a
Sports
crest
WRC
long,
gets as popular as Madden Football, which will never
to keep
happen,
right
then
of a 150,
you know they might decide, oh well,
keep left
people
of a
are hooked
crest,
on this
80,
game. Let's go ahead and change the
left long of
model.
a crest,
Now, even
100,
Codemasters is not sinless in this regard.
left to stop.
They also make and produce F1 series, and the F1 series comes out every year, which essentially the exact same game with just new data, but rather than just selling you a yearly pass for the data, maybe they'll talk EA Sports and using that model. Yeah, no, right. They've already come out with a 24 and a 25, and they're advertising 26. Actually, I think they're still advertising 25. I have 2020, 2015, and 2010, and I will buy 25. I don't think I've pre-ordered it yet. Because that's what I do with those yearly subscription, pay full price games. If I like them, I want to play them, well, I'll buy them every 5 years. And I'm kind of glad because on most Saturdays, at the same time I'm streaming this, I'm streaming and coming to Twitch, coming to YouTube soon. If you look in the description of this video, you'll see a pinned comment that coming soon to YouTube, but already playing on Twitch, is MotoGP 25, which I actually love. MotoGP 20 was too difficult for me. It's a motorcycle racing game, circuit racing game with motorcycles. It's based on the actual MotoGP racing circuit. So the name of the game is actually MotoGP trademark symbol 25.
6 left. And keep right of a 30, 6 left of a jump,
and
long,
in 25, at some time before, between 20 and 25,
right of a crest.
They added more accessibility type features, including an arcade mode,
opens past junction,
which I played, and they also added
3 right long.
now I miss having the more simulation things like having to check your tire wear and changing your tires and things like that. They took that out of the arcade mode. I wish arcade mode just gave you the difficulty levels and the easier handling of the bike. But anyway, so the game is much simpler. Arcade mode is much simpler. But they also increased the number of difficulty levels, and they made the difficulty levels such that humans can actually play it. My big complaint with racing games has always been, and Dirt Rally is great at this. You go difficulty level 0, you can beat one-handed easily using a broken controller. And I'm not kidding. It is a difficult game once you get used to it. Once you get used to Dirt Rally, and kind of get your groove on. Even I'm able to get better at Dirt Rally. Well, was able, but not anymore.
50.
I could play against the absolute lowest AI and win easily. I usually play against the 50% AI. And if you look at where I fall in like the daily events list, I usually am right around the middle, often at the top of tier 3, sometimes bottom of tier 2. So if that's an indication of the average driver, well, that's good. That's that means you're attracting a whole range of people. But for some reason, in a lot of racing games, the motorcycle racing game I played before MotoGP 25 was TTL Man 3. Now, I love TTL Man 1 and 2. Absolutely love those games. TTL Man 2 was fantastic. I could compete. I could get to the end race I didn't win every race, but
Keep left of
I
a
could
jump.
compete.
Into 6 right 60.
TTLMN 3
Keep
was
right
written
of a crest, into
from
3
the
right.
ground up by a new company.
50.
Completely rewritten. Beautiful game, much better game in terms of
left, tightens,
open
opens over crest,
world,
slow
and
30.
it mimics
Turn unseen, one
the
right.
actual Ironman race, perfectly laid out.
Opens 50.
But you can't play against the AI.
Keep right of a crest, into 6 left.
Not an average skilled
crest.
person like me. Well, I'm a little below
into
average
6 right
by
of a
now.
crest, jump and jump.
But it's impossible. The AI, I played on the lowest level,
left,
which the lowest level for some reason is 30, up to 100.
6 left, extra long of a crest.
Not only did I finish last in every
80.
race, I finished
Keep
in
right
every
of a crest
race
into 3 left tightens.
twice as far
Opens.
from the
100 of a crest
lowest,
and
slowest
right
AI
long,
as the slowest AI
50.
finished from the top.
6 right of a jump.
So in other words, my gap to the top
jump,
was
150.
3 times the gap of the next AI player in front of me. That was like my goal, to beat that.
Finish.
And I think I did beat
50.
that sometimes, but I always finished at least as far behind the last place AI as the last place AI finished ahead of behind the first place AI. That's how hard the game is. And I talked to people who are really into the game, and I said, you know, you played TTLMN 2. How do you compare TTLMN 2 to TTLMN 3? And they said, oh man, 3 is so much better. I love 3. I said, you happen to play the career mode against the AI? They said, no, I never play the career mode. I just play, online against humans, or I play time trials or open world. Like, oh, yeah, okay, now I understand. I think it's a better game too if I had never tried to play a career for YouTube. It was awful, but I met my commitment. I didn't quit. I met my commitment, and so if you want to watch some really hilarious, if you like to see an old man suffer, go on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@RollCaseTV. Scroll down to the featured game section, open that up, and search for TTLMN 3 playlist, and you'll get to see. What was it? 10 seasons? Yeah, 10 seasons of me failing miserably. Both the 5 seasons of the lighter bike class, and then 5 seasons of the higher class. And the reason 5 seasons each is because those are the upgrade levels. So I played with no upgrades, or level 1 upgrades was the start. Level 1 equipment, and level 2, level 3, etc. I went through all of it. I had fun. I never qualified for the last race. So my complaint is really that people that do racing games, come on, guys. It's a racing game. It's the easiest AI. It's the easiest game to adjust difficulty levels in, which is why games like this have 100 difficulty levels. It's a racing game. It's not like a platformer where you have to move the platforms closer, or a shooter where you have to figure out some way to make the AI shots more difficult or easier, which is also kind of interesting. You can make them do less damage. You can make them be less accurate. But then you're only going to have like a handful of difficulty levels. Like GoldenEye 007, which I love. You can play on the lowest level where the AI almost never hits you, and play on the highest level where if the AI sees you, they'll hit you automatically. But in a racing game, all you have to do is make the AI cars or motorcycles a bit slower. That's it. It's the easiest thing in the world to program.
90. Early 5 left.
Why can't you make a low enough difficulty level that your children could beat it, and your children who have never played a racing game before?
80. 6 left over jumps.
I suspect the reason video games get harder and harder with each sequel is because the loudest voices in the room are people complaining that the game is too easy. And the reason there are loud voices complaining that the game is too easy is because they find the game too easy. They go on Reddit and say, "Oh man, I beat that game in 5 minutes. That game's too easy, man." They didn't beat the game in 5 minutes, you liar. You're just trying to show off. But, I don't know, game developers think no one lies on Reddit. Or something. I mean, sure, their own developers get better at the game. And their internal play testers. But that doesn't mean the general audience does, or that the general audience, you know, you get a new audience with each sequel, right? You want to grow the franchise, so you come out with a sequel. You expect it to sell it to the same people, or a good percentage of the same people, but you also hope that you sell it to a wider audience. Well, that wider audience is no better at the game than your first audience was when they first started playing. Anyway.
Into 4 right long.
It's a racing game. It's so easy to change the level. Come on.
And 6 right.
I've mentioned this before. I play tested for a company. I will not name the company.
Into 6 right long.
They actually were
opens 50.
Were bought out by another organization, and they're still around.
Caution for right of a crest.
So I'm not going to name them, but I was a play tester for this company, and the person in charge of the play testing, the head QA person, actually offered me a job in QA at their company. Which I would have taken, except
crest and 5 right of a crest.
It would have included moving, and I was not in a situation to do that.
Keep middle of a crest and 4 right long, tightens 3.
But the reason I was offered the job was because
right tightens 50.
I did a good job I did a good job of reporting bugs. I provided all the detail, and I was pretty thorough about actually testing things and provided. In fact, I still have some of the YouTube videos I created marked as unpublished, so that they could actually see in video some of the stuff that I found.
60. 6 left of a jump maybe, into caution, 6 right long.
But they mostly offered me a job because they didn't have anybody else with my skill level or lack thereof to do the play testing. So they got to see, oh, we need to make a difficulty level that allows for this aspect. You know, our anti-lock braking, whatever. We need multiple levels of that because some people can't. We shouldn't just make it an on-off switch, because the on switch is not aggressive enough, so we need to make a more aggressive version. Things like that, stability control. So they actually got to see what somebody who, I mean, I owned a racing wheel. I tested it on PC with a racing wheel. So I was a dedicated, serious racing gamer, but I was also one that was not an elite or close to an elite, maybe slightly below average racer. So they got very valuable feedback.
Tight 5 right long. 150.
And that feedback was valuable enough that they, you know, they offered me a job. Now, had I taken the job,
into 6 left tightens.
I mean,
into caution, 4 right of a
probably
crest.
wouldn't still have the job now because they did.
70.
They, you know, once they
right
were,
big crest, caution,
they lost financial stability and let a bunch of people go, and then were bought out, and so whatever.
Short 3 right.
I would probably not have that job now.
Opens extra long,
can't afford 2 internal QA people, but
Into 3 right.
But yeah,
Into
I
6
mean,
left.
it was fun.
Into 6 right of a crest. And 6 left, extra
And they,
long.
you know,
Opens of a
wouldn't have been
crest
able to
and
pay
jump.
me what I was,
70 over bumps.
what I could get
Caution, 3 right,
just doing
tightens
my
narrow.
part-time
Into
consulting.
3 left, opens 4.
So software
Very long.
consulting.
Tightens over crest, 50.
But
4
yeah,
left of
it
a
was
crest.
people who.
And keep
So
right of a
you know,
50.
I started
4
this
left.
YouTube channel and Twitch stream
Into 6 right, extra long.
just
Tightens
to
4.
not to show people how to do
100 of a
anything,
crest, past
not to show
junction.
off, not to be a content creator
Caution,
beloved by
4 right,
millions of
tightens,
people
2
because
left.
of how good I am. But a
Opens
content creator
into 3
beloved
right.
by millions of people
Opens
because
6 of a crest, 50.
I make them feel better about their play.
3 left long, 50. 3 right long,
And
opens.
I
Into
hope
6 left.
my personality carries me through.
60.
I'm
Keep
not a
middle
big
of a
content
jumps.
creator. I will never be a
Into
big
6 right
content
of a
creator. In
crest.
part
Into
because
3 left long.
I get a lot of people that view my
60.
videos and then they watch me play for 5 minutes, and I have
3
gotten
right.
a handful.
Tightens of a crest.
Fortunately, not too many,
70.
but I've gotten a few. I've gotten, you know, dislikes on my
5
YouTube
right
videos
over long
with
crest.
nasty
30.
comments like,
3 left.
you know, you stink.
Opens.
And I translated
Four
that in
right.
user-friendly.
Tightens 3 of a crest. 40.
I can't believe how bad you are.
4
Really.
right. Into 6 left. Tightens
Which
3.
I find very funny.
Opens extra
I think one
long,
person did say,
40.
"Why am I wasting time?
5 right.
Why, you know, why are you
50.
making content?"
Keep right of a crest. 30. 3
Why?
right of a dip.
Why?
Into 6 left.
Why? Like, you know,
And tight 4 right.
the impression was, why are you
6 left
polluting the
past
YouTube
junction.
space
Tightens
with
4.
inferior content?
Very long. Tightens
Like,
3.
have you seen what's on YouTube?
Into 4 right tightens. Opens 100. Crest of a finish into 4 left. Tightens 3.
Question: YouTube are for everyone.
Well done.
YouTube is more have the impression of, you know, YouTube is for everyone. But, you know, Twitch is like, look at all the talking only channels. They're just talking channels. There are a lot of people on there that are not at all entertaining in any respect. How about VTubers? They're great, aren't they? There's a shtick that I can see it's popular for people that are into anime, but it's only popular for a short period of time because usually what they're doing is either not playing video games very well, which again I respect, or just talking, and the whole shtick is to look like an anime character. My prediction is that's going to go out of fashion, but then, you know, maybe not. Anime is very popular. I was never big into anime. I never liked JRPGs. I like action RPGs. I love turn-based RPGs, but those at one point were hard to come by unless they were Japanese anime style RPGs. Fortunately, now there's like Baldur's Gate, a much bigger, more D&D-esque type of action RPGs that are turn-based, or more TRPGs, turn-based RPGs. Anyway, that is where I'm back at the wherever this is called, whose name I can't remember. The repair place actually has a name. I'm back here, which means it's the end of part 3 on YouTube. Part 4 will be out the next Saturday at noon U.S. Central Time. Your times will vary. If you're watching on Twitch, though, stick around. I've got one more part to do here before I end the stream. So stick around. I'll be right back. Probably not even going to take a break. So, yes, Twitch, stick around. YouTube, next episode. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.